This is an Evergreen Media Network studio production.
Back to Classic Car Radio. I'm Keith McDonald here with Mike Carano, Steve Charbonneau, and special guest Joe Scazzari. Welcome back, guys.
Hey.
Hey, let's do. I'm going to do some quick auto history, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nothing really big, except February 27th, 1934, Ralph Nader was born.
That bastard.
And he was a Consumer Report advocate guy who basically trashed the Corvair. He wrote the book Unsafe at Any Speed, if you recall. Now, February 27, 1933, the year before, my mom was born.
Oh, there you go.
So anyway, so happy birthday, Mom, wherever you may be up there. She's probably listening to the show and just shaking her head and saying, what an ass. Anyway, February 28th, 1940, Mario Andretti was born. There you go, you bunch of guineas.
He's still around, right?
Can I say guinea on the
No, you can't say
Not
that.
really. That's racist.
Yeah, that's a racist
You're racist.
statement.
I want
It's
reparations.
racist.
Oh, now I'm offended. That's it.
Plus
I'm
when you
offended.
got three other people in the room with weapons, you're in trouble.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Open up the trunk. Keith, you going in or what?
So racing legend Mario Andretti was born on February 28, 1940. His career lasted 50 years, but he was born in Montona, Italy.
He's still around, right?
Yeah, I think he's still here.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Mario?
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
think he died.
March 1st, 1897, pioneering U.S. Automobile, which kind of should know that word, manufacturer formed Alexander Witten, establishes the Witten
Motor Carriage Company.
Motor Carriage Company. Why am I stumbling on that?
I don't know. What's going on here?
In Cleveland, Ohio. March 2nd, 1966, in Dearborn, Michigan, the Ford Motor Company celebrates
Just full of it.
the production of the 1 millionth Mustang, a white convertible, 1966.
That's a lot of Mustangs in 2 years. Was it 2 years or 3 years?
2.5 years.
Wow.
The sporty, affordable vehicle was officially launched 3 years earlier on April 17th, 1964.
Wow.
1 million made in just 2 years. 1 million Mustangs. Imagine
And where
that.
are they at now?
Right.
They're
all
around.
over.
You see them around still. Definitely. Right?
Well,
you ever owned a Mustang? You a Ford guy?
I have. No, I'm not a Ford guy, but I bought for $100 a 1964 Mustang convertible, black with saddle interior, 3-speed.
Right.
Nice.
And I got sucked on that when I was a kid. I was 16 years old.
Right.
You know, I took it to the mechanic because it needed a transmission.
Listen, you got to have somebody check out this shit.
His name,
stuff before you.
His name was Sonny. I bought it off Richie Forgione, God rest his soul. He gave me it for $50 or $100, I forget. I brought it to Sonny to get a new transmission, and there it sat for 4 months. I'm like, Sonny, when are you going to get this transmission? Sonny, when are you going to get this transmission? I'm trying. I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And finally, I was like, Sonny, I'm taking the car out of you. He goes, you owe me storage. Just sign the regi over to me. And that's what happened. I signed it over to him.
Wow.
Damn.
He's been Kenny this whole life.
Oh, boy.
That's me, you know, it's the way it is.
All right.
I don't get no respect.
What else you got going on?
Well, we got some tech talk going on.
All right, go ahead.
We had a bunch of people that wrote in this week. Bill in Vero Beach said, okay, hey guys, I got to read this right now. I got to get this right. I'm having trouble reading. I think I went illiterate. Guys, I want to get some opinions on a 75 Camaro I want to buy. It's in primer. It was stripped, sealed, and primered, and it's a numbers matching 75 350. Okay, whatever. And with a factory 4-speed. That's nice. All original 3,600 miles, 36,000 miles. That's pretty good, too. Kept garage for years. Underbody's in great shape. Both rockers are new because someone jacked the car up by them. Needs interior done completely, and the seller wants $4,500. What do you think?
You're asking me? I say don't buy
350?
anything after 71, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, because it's a 75. Or probably
Well, I've lost
It probably got
low
170
horsepower.
horse.
I
Yeah,
got
it's a-
72 cars, so I did a lot
got
of
a
nice
75
stuff.
in
You
the shop
started
right
the
now. It's
nonsense.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So Steve's got a 75 at his shop right now.
Silver and black.
Do you really?
Gorgeous
Hey, what's
car.
the guy
You see him
putting?
in-
What's the? If you don't mind me asking, is he putting a lot of money into it?
Nah, we're just doing like Eiler arm, Pittman arm,
Oh, okay.
couple rubber control arm bushings. You know, the rubbers are all shot out, and then someone put headers on. Couple.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
just a couple little routine maintenance, but it's a gorgeous car. Silver, black with the orange stripes on it. Beautiful car.
Yeah, I think for 4,500, I think it's worth the money.
Yeah, I
it's
think so, I
36,000
guess.
miles on it, and these
Yeah.
cars are coming up in value, so I think
Yeah.
it's a good investment.
Let me tell you about the 75 Camaro. I went to the Chevy dealership in 74 when the 75s came out. And I went to the Chevy dealership and they said, no, we don't do the Z28 this year.
Right.
It's like, you don't have a Z28? They're like, nope, sorry, we're not making them this year. And they didn't make them to what, 77, I believe, after that?
76,
Anyway,
they made them.
they made a Z28?
Z28, yeah. I
Okay.
think they in those years, I think they did, what, Type LTs or
So all they had was an LT or a
Right.
Berlinetta.
Right, the Berlinetta,
The 350. I took it out for a drive, and I was not impressed. And I came back, no power or anything. So I went from there to a Pontiac dealership.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy. What'd you
Yeah.
but
get?
I went to Chevy first,
Right.
and I drove a Firebird,
Okay.
not a Trans Am, but a Firebird. I loved it, so I went back in and I ordered a Trans Am.
Okay.
And I was the first guy in my whole city
Have
to
a
have
Trans
one.
Am.
So everywhere I went, we were like, what the heck is that thing? You know, in 1975, you had to order them. You couldn't just buy one off the lot. They didn't start doing that till Smokey and the Bandit made them popular.
Right.
So I had the first 75, and then the 76s came out, and then they were doing so well, all the dealerships started stocking the 76
Yeah.
Trans Am,
Yeah,
which is also a very pretty car.
yeah, a 75 with 36,000 miles on it's definitely worth the $4,500.
Yeah, I looked it up. I restored on eBay. They were getting about 15,000, and then if it needs a restoration on eBay, they're getting about 38.
Yeah,
but that's a rough one.
Yeah, I think
This guy
that's perfect.
says
yeah.
he's got a really low miles, underbody's good, rockers are new, so he doesn't have to do too much.
Right.
So I would say 45 is right on the mark.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably a good deal, even.
And
right?
you could
What do
probably
you think?
dwindle
He
each.
should buy that Vortec I got and drop it in
There you
there.
That's right. There you go. Right, there you go. You can get a Vortec, Bill. Right, and Scazzari, you've got a building right. You've got a business right here in Vero Beach. You could drive over. You could meet him there and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Bill. Give Scazzari roofing
Services.
Services. Are you still on at the corner of 4th and
US one.
US
Yep.
1? Yeah. Okay.
All right, what else you got?
Yeah, I have other things. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, this there it is on the screen. right there.
That's
There you
us. That's my son. That's my
Is it
son 13 years ago.
Oh, okay.
go. Wow. Is that the guy I met at my house when you guys priced my house?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Steve down at Fort Pierce is asking, hey, dudes. We're all dudes today.
We're all dudes today.
I have a 71 Barracuda. That's nice. Is there a drain under the depression where the wiper motor sits? And if so, where does it come out? I had leaves and needles in there, and having vacuumed it out, I don't see a drain hole. And since it's such a low depression, water must go somewhere in there. So where's it go? Anyone know? You
It
must
goes
know.
down the corner just beside the pillar, and then it rots out your floorboard right there.
Does it really? Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
supposed to
it's
go outside the firewall.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a weep hole there.
Is there?
I
Steve,
don't
do you
think
know?
there is.
All cow pounds have a drain somewhere.
Oh, yeah, you just got to find it.
Yep.
The drain is, it drains down the firewall, literally. Under the wiper motor, at the lowest point, there's a rubber strip about 2 or 3 inches long that covers the drains, so it's not visible, but water supposedly will push the rubber flap towards the engine compartment and allowing that water to drain down, and it's often plugged up by leaves and needles, as he said. And
Mud daubers.
so, yeah, you got to just vacuum it out, and I don't know, maybe use a compressor, press
Blow it
air,
out and-
blow that flap out a little bit, you know?
I think
Without breaking it.
a politician wrote that part.
Why?
We see it all the time.
I looked that up myself. Yeah, now, see, this is what happens when you're Irish and the Italians gang up on you.
Oh, yeah, right.
And-
all right, go ahead. Keep going. You're on a roll.
Well, look,
Keep
we
going.
Well, I can't burn all these things. What are you going to
You
talk
got
about?
one more. Go ahead.
I got more than that.
All right, well, do the one more until we
All
go
right,
on
I'll
break.
do one more. Okay, Jason up in Fellsmere. Todd.
Todd's not here, but
Todd's
we
not
can do
here.
it anyway.
We'll
Steve's
say
here.
Joe.
Not me.
Steve.
I don't know enough.
What works best for deep scratches in plastic parts? What product works best prior to prep and paint? I can't send them out as they are wide and deep. Oh, sand them out. I'm sorry. See, I'm having trouble reading still.
It's a 72.
It's a 72 Buick GS air cleaner intake piece. So what do? Can you polish up plastic? Can you smooth out plastic? I would think you could almost use...
Some stuff you can. If it's smooth plastic, you can work with it. Sometimes you can actually just take like a textured piece of not sandpaper. I've seen like super light steel wool. If it's just like a groove, you can rub it out and kind of hide it, but you just got to do the whole piece. I've seen people use some of the plastic stuff and try to move it around. They make plastic repair. You just got to be careful. But a lot of times you can just work it and just try to make it move. Like I know like sometimes you get a big scratch like on some of the door panels.
Yeah.
You can take a razor blade, and I've learned this trick from Todd, and put a little tape on the edges of the razor blade, and you can move it, and you can, cut it off nice and neat, and then just take a super fine piece of sandpaper, and you can sand some of the scratches down and hide it. It works pretty good.
Yeah, see that? There you
Now,
go.
one of the things that I looked up was that you could, what do we got for time? Oh, plenty of
Go
time.
ahead.
You could use some JB Weld. You can sand JB Weld once it's set,
Yeah.
right? So you can skim with JB Weld into those scratches, and then just basically rub it, sand it back out. And then the gray color of JB Weld is really similar to the natural finish of the fiberglass scoops. They're actually made of fiberglass, not plastic.
Oh.
So this is what this guy did and recommended. I got this off a car forum for Buick, so it must work.
Yeah.
But I would think that you could even use a JB Weld, skim it, sand it, and spray paint it with whatever color General Motors, like 60%
that'll work
gloss,
too.
whatever it is, right? Is it 60? Yeah, it's 60% gloss, right? On a
I don't know.
General
Most of the
Motors.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. General Motors engine compartment. And,
Usually a semi.
Mostly
It's not
60.
too shiny, eggshell or something.
Right.
yeah, just an eggshell would work too. Okay. Now we're going to go
Now
on break.
you go on break.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Last
break
break
time.
of the day.
And we have 2 more left.
And then we got some car shows coming up.
we got
so.
some car show stuff. And we'll do that first when we get back. Because I hate cutting off the car show report.
All right.
I really like it when we get that out there. So
Gotcha.
we're going to go on break. When we get back, we're going to do the car show report, and we'll get a little more tech talk in. Try to get Joe jumping in on this a little bit more. Right, Joe?
I'll try. Listen, I'm only here to whine. My life's been tragic.
At least he didn't say he's here for the wine.
You're right. Yeah. Well, Cindy already left. Okay, we'll be right back after this.
If you can draw, J&J Sheet Metal Fabricators can make it. Get customized fabrication sheet metal components for AC, roofing, marine, restaurants, steel fire pits, lawn art, and anything else you can think of. J&J specializes in 1-inch standing seam roof panels, any length, quantity, or color, and J&J will deliver it up to 75 miles. If you can draw, J&J can make it. J&J Sheet Metal Fabricators in Vero Beach. Online at jnjsheetmetalfabricators.com.
Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach is looking for hard workers. If you have experience as an automotive technician or mechanic, call Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach, 772-213-8957. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach is located at 1212 23rd Street, and they're hiring automotive technicians today. Stop by the shop or call 772-213-8957. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach.
Hi, I'm Eric Flowers, your Indian River County Sheriff, and we are hiring immediately. Get involved in an exciting career and help your community thrive. Featured on Reels Channel's show On Patrol Live, the Indian River County Sheriff's Office is committed to keeping our neighborhoods safe. Open positions in law enforcement, dispatch, and corrections include benefits. Visit ircsheriff.org for more information. Get your new career started today.
Kinky Boots is coming to Riverside, a dazzling extravaganza with music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper. It's the story of a failing shoe factory. When the owner meets up with a fabulous drag queen, she helps him save the business. Winner of the Tony for Best Musical, Kinky Boots, is now playing at the beautiful Riverside Theater in Vero Beach. But you don't have to wait. Get your best tickets now at the box office or online at riversidetheater.com.
Making the sound for Todd.
Yeah, right.
Because Todd's not here. Hey, welcome back to Classic
Todd's
Car
busy
Radio.
feeding animals right now.
Yeah, he's feeding the sheep and the goats and the what else? Himself. He's an animal
Chickens.
too.
He's got all sorts of things.
Chickens.
Out there.
He's just busy as heck. He can't even watch the show right now. All right, we're gonna get the car show report done, Mike, so that everybody in the listening area knows what's going on this weekend. So go ahead.
All right, so this we talked about it earlier. Saturday, March 2nd is a car show and flea market. It's all free. You just show up.
Melbourne, right?
Up in Melbourne, 1205 Eddie Allen Road in Melbourne. Registration opens at 9. You could give a donation. There's food and beverages there. There's a 50-50 drawing, live music. Judging is at 1 o'clock, and I know a bunch of guys from Sebastian are going up there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they're driving. Well, it's a free show.
Right.
They're going up.
That's good.
Yeah, so, and then the following Saturday, March 9th, at the Vero Christian Church at 3250 9th Street Southwest, which is Oslo Road. The CareNet Pregnancy Center of Indian River County is having their 3rd annual car show. That's a $20 registration fee, free admission to anybody that wants to show up. And that's, again, Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2.
Is that at the big, where's that, at the church?
It says held at the Vero Christian Church, 3250 9th Street Southwest, which is Oslo Road.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
And then up in Sebastian, the same day, they're having First Presbyterian Church of Sebastian is having their 1st annual antique car, truck, and bike show, Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2. And that's 1405 Louisiana Avenue in Sebastian.
Where's that near?
That's at the corner of Main Street
And Louisiana.
It's right at the railroad tracks.
This is down near your place, right?
Yes. No. It's in Sebastian.
This is
It's right behind.
That's in Sebastian?
I'm in Vero.
He's in Vero.
Yeah.
This place. What are you talking?
I'm talking
This
about
is
his
up by
house.
O'Reilly's.
Oh, the house. Yeah.
Yeah, it's closer to my house than his house.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's the 1st annual antique car and truck bike show, Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2. That's right on Louisiana. It's right behind the City Hall in Sebastian, right off Main Street.
Right. Okay, I know where that is.
If you make depending on which way you go, when you get to Louisiana, head north and you'll see the church right there.
Over by the police station.
Oh,
and all that.
okay.
And then the next day, March 10th, is the rain out for the Sebastian Elks 20th annual car show.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So they're doing that, and that's from 11 to 3, $20 advance registration, $25 if you want to get a shirt, you could get a shirt for $25 or $20, depending on when you send your registration in. And that's at the Sebastian Elks Lodge, 731 South Fleming Street, Sebastian.
So that's the repop from the rained out one, right?
Yeah, it got rained out on February 18th because everything got rained out that day.
Yes, it did.
And that's March 10th. That's Sunday.
Nice. Very nice.
And then the following Saturday after that, Saturday, March 16th, at the Riverside Park in Vero Beach, the AACA is having their 45th annual Antique Automobile Show.
Wow.
And that's from 10 to 4. Registration starts at 8. But you can pre-register if you go onto the AACA website, the indianriver.aaca.com, and you'll get a flyer, and you could print that out. I got one right here if you want to check it out.
Okay.
Right there.
Yep.
There are 17 classes. They're giving out a whole bunch of prizes, and there'll be plenty of food there.
Lots of food. Yeah. Good stuff, too.
And then on St. Patrick's Day, they're having a River Days and Craft Brew Hullabaloo. It used to be the Shrimp Fest in Sebastian.
Really?
They're having a show right along the water right there at Riverview Park from 10 to 2, and that's Sunday, March 17th.
Wow.
Goodie bags for the first 50 registered, dash plaques for all. $15 registration fee. You could contact Mike Natali He's running it. His office is 772-664-0525.
He'll be calling in here for that one.
Or mnwwprint@gmail.com. Send. You could even go to the. What is that? The the Rotary Club of Sebastian. They have the flyer on their website. All right.
So that's it's no longer the Shrimp Fest.
The Shrimp Fest. It used to be the Shrimp Fest. Now it's a craft brew hullabaloo. They're calling it.
Okay, but that's not St. Patrick's Day. That's the week after.
No, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's on St. Patrick's Day.
So they're gonna have green beer there, I hope.
I would assume so, only because they're gonna have all the
corned beef and cabbage.
Let's
food
not
truck.
get crazy. Well, then listen, they had an Italian festival and there was no Italian food, so who knows what's going to happen in Sebastian?
Yeah, I remember that.
You never know what happens in Sebastian.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, what?
That was horrible.
All right.
So what else you got?
Well, we got a couple more questions we can do in the remaining 3 minutes or so.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see. We did Jason and Felsmere and Dennis from the internet. Hey, Todd. And once again, he's looking for Todd. I'm in the market for new tires for my 67 Fairlane wagon and hoping to go as wide as possible on the existing 14-inch wheels. They're date stamped as M5, November 65, I believe. So I'm under the assumption that the factory original, are they 5-inch or a 6-inch? They got to be 5, so 1965. But anyway, they all have rubber. They all have rubber on them, so I can't measure them. You can measure those. You go to any tire shop, and they've got those big tongs that go to either side. They'll tell you exactly how wide that rim is.
Well, you worked at a tire shop. You should know.
It's got the tong things.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. I've gone through several original brochures and digests and even the shop manual, but it doesn't give the width of the wheel itself. All references are to the tire size. But 67 Fairlane stock had a 14 by 5-inch wheel, and it has a white paint daub on it. And a non-wagon 6-cylinder 289 had a 14.45 wheel, and the GT had a 14 by 5.5. So the GT is 5.5. So you've got 3 options there: 4.5, 5, or 5.5.
Right, depending on what.
So the Fairlane GT would have a 5.5-inch wheel. You get the fatter.
Yeah, but he's looking for a Fairlane wagon. So the wagon would have the 14 by it had the 14 by 4.5-inch wheel.
Right. Yeah. Non-wagon.
Oh, non-wagon 6-cylinder.
Yeah. So the stock unit had a 14.5. That's the one you're gonna look for. The white paint daub. I'm sure after all these years it might be gone, but you never know. Right.
Just talk loud.
I thought the 4.5 they were talking about meant the
lug pattern.
The lug pattern.
No, it's the width of the.
It is.
The back
That's
section of the
4.5 is not much.
I know it's not. It's a 65.
Tire.
I think it's the lug pattern, but I could be wrong.
No, all Fords are 5-inch all the way through in 60s. Okay. I know. I worked tires for years. 4.5 is on GM, I believe, right? All GM.
No,
Mopar too.
Yeah, 14-inch.
And then
rims.
Mopar throws a curveball with the reverse lug nuts.
Yeah, my Chevelle had 14-inch rims on it.
Yeah. The 4.5 bolt pattern.
Right.
4.5.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Okay, Lenny. We're going to get all of it this week. Lenny, I bought my first car, 81 base Camaro. About to start a few years of resto on it. I'm already doing research on wheel. Here we go again. Wheel sizes. Right now, the 14 by 7 wheels, I'm looking to maybe get 15 by 8. And Mickey Thompson ET Street Radial tires, 365, 60, 15 for both front and rear. Will I have to do any body work around those wheel wells?
No, I think that's a pretty big wheel well.
It is. On the 81 Z28, the stock suspension will accommodate a 15 by 7 wheel with 365, 60, 15 tires. The rear can take a 15 by 8 wheel with 245, 60, 15 with no clearance problem. So you have to go one smaller on the front, which might give it a nice little tiny bit of rake.
Yeah, you don't want to go too wide.
There's only a half-inch difference.
15
difference on
15 by 8 will fit in the front with a 235, 60, 15.
Will
there
it?
You go.
Okay.
You can fit a 10-inch wide in the back if you do your back spacing right and run a 275, 60, 15.
275.
Yep. And if you want to go crazy, you can put a 325, 50, 15. I speak from experience. I own 2 of them.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
And we're out of time.
All right. We are out of time. Hey, thanks very much, Joe, for coming in.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you very much. And guys, thank you very much. Great show. And we are out of here.
Put the pedal to the metal.
See ya.